Hi, good evening, everyone. Is my voice clear to everyone? I hope chat is enabled to all people. Okay, so this is Saurabh here from InsideAIML. We are going to discuss about what are the opportunities in the data science and machine learning in upcoming future of the 2023 and 2024. So Pranjal is here with me, so he's going to conduct the session. Hi, Pranjal.
Hi, Saurabh.
Hi. We'll wait for 1 to 2 more minutes and then we'll start for the session.
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, hi everyone. I hope all of you can hear me loud and clear as well as see my screen now. Yes. Just a quick response on the chat with a yes or no would be great. Okay, awesome. Cool. So at InsideAIML, we've organized this webinar, not something that you might not have read online or seen online, or you might have also attended other webinars of a similar kind, but this webinar is not going to be the same. We are not just discussing about opportunities or just about job profiles. We are not discussing primarily about how you can score a 40 LPA, 50 LPA job after working, after studying 1 year, 2 years with any organization or having a year or two experience, which is quite possible. But we are going to go very, very deep into the fact, why are there opportunities in the market? So you understand logically the availability of them. And secondly, what kind of opportunities are there so that you are not stuck with just a high paying job that you are not passionate about. You can actually choose from a diverse set of job opportunities where you will be making good money. You will have a great profile for the future. But as well as that, you will also be passionate about the work you do. So you'll be happy doing this for the next 10, 15 years. I hope the context of this webinar is clear to everyone. Yes, no? Okay, great. Thank you for the response, everyone. Now, traditionally, a lot of job opportunities were restricted to a certain kind of profile. For example, in India, you would know that all the top end roles are usually reserved for IITians, NITians, right? BITS graduates. Or you could talk about the IIMs, right? The ABC IIM. Or let's say, if you consider further bigger roles, global Asia Pacific roles, they would be limited to Harvard graduates, Stanford graduates, these international big Ivy League schools. And the people from small colleges or who did not have a good ranking in JEE or any other exams they gave, they were not able to explore a particular opportunity where they would have been a great catch. Right? You might not have performed well on the JEE exam, but does that mean you cannot perform well in an AI machine learning engineering role? No, that's not the case, because the way you are being tested in an exam cannot exactly represent all kinds of passions or possibilities. That is why today's day and age, with the digital evolution, you have the opportunity to explore a new career option. And that is where you can find out your passion. And if that aligns with the same train as the AI is moving towards in the next 5-10 years, you will be in a great position to create value to the society, to the businesses that you work for, and a lot more than that for yourself as well, right? So today's topic is very important because you need to understand that you should not restrict yourself to what you already know. So first of all, there is an intense need for upskilling yourself. A lot of people think that there is lack of employment. But if you ask the business heads, if you ask the investors in stocks, if you ask people who are recruiting every day, you will realize that there is a problem of employability, not employment. If you consider any graduate from US, Europe, or these big countries like Japan, Australia, and if you consider a graduate from India, there is a huge gap in the skill set they possess and their market readiness for a impactful role in the job market. This is where we have failed as a society, as an organization, in terms of our educational standards. Our education system was built 100 years before, and it has been continuing the same way. This is why you see the growth in a lot of edtech companies, an example of that being InsideAIML. Why? Because we've observed the gap in how traditional education systems work and what is the demand of the industry. Our CEO, our co-founders actually meet a lot of business heads, directors, head of analytics, these kind of people through webinars, through various business meetings, as well as conferences. And these people strongly express their opinion on why they feel that there is a lack of skill set required for the jobs they are willing to pay extensively for. These people tell us that we are willing to pay salaries of up north of 30 lakhs, 40 lakhs, in fact, 70, 80 lakhs in India as well, as long as we find that the candidate is appropriately skilled, which is the opportunity we track, and which is why we've brought into courses that help you understand that opportunity. Okay, so there's an exponential growth in opportunities that you would have heard everywhere, from LinkedIn to Instagram to everywhere. You've been advertised about data science courses a lot. But you should understand that there is a continuous learning process. You cannot do a course 3 years before and expect that to hold value 5 years in the future. That's not going to happen. So even if you learn data science today, you have to be in a continuous learning scheme where you keep upskilling yourself every day for your survival in the market. Now, this is a recent image that I clicked while doing a Google search. I said top career choice in 2023. And do you see the first result that came up? Data science. Second one that came up, machine learning. And then there are the traditional marketing, digital marketing, product management, marketing management, software engineering, cloud computing, etc. This should in instill a lot of confidence in you, because the world is transforming towards these two technologies. Just like we moved from in-house product development to industrialization. Before industrialization, people were making everything in their home, starting from soaps to shampoos to chairs to tables. Everything was developed by humans in their home. It was everything DIY, do it yourself, right? Then industrialization came, and then people observed the advantage of mass scale building and manufacturing. And today, there are these big industries like Tata Steel, Reliance Industries, Asian Paints that have democratized these products throughout the world. This is what's going to happen with AI in the next 5 years. There will be a democratization of data-driven decision-making, and you as an individual can act as the fuel for that development if you take your career choices right. Let me give you interesting aspects about where all data science is being used today. Now, you might have all heard about these regular and standard use cases. It's something that everyone would have heard across whichever channel or platform they usually scroll through. E-commerce application, getting personalized recommendation, leading to increased sales. Healthcare, predictive analysis for early disease detection, personalized treatment, fraud detection systems, etc., etc. Do you think these did not exist 10 years before? What do you guys think? Were these things not existing 10 years before? Have they come out very new? What does the group think? Preetham says no. Okay. What about the rest of the group? It was there. Yes. Okay. So the two people who answered, I would encourage all of you to answer. There's no right or wrong. It's just us understanding your thought process and trying to guide you towards the right direction. Okay. So all of these solutions are 50 years at least old, 50 years old solutions. Obviously not in e-commerce, but in general commerce, there were personalized recommendations. Shopkeepers would sell specific stuff to people by identifying or predicting their choices. In healthcare, doctors would look at multiple reports and predict that this is a possibility of a disease that you could have, right? What has AI and machine learning done? They have digitalized this process and increased the speed of these decision making. They have reduced the possibility of human error because of the systems involved in them, right? But these are still applications which are 5 years, 10 years old, already existing in organizations. Big companies have created software modules for this. So there is not a lot of scope left in this. But then you must have heard of these latest technologies that are coming. Have you guys heard of deep fake? Anyone here has heard of deep fake? Yes, no? Deep fake videos where you can take the image of any human being on the earth. You can take some videos from them and give them artificial wordings to speak. Yes, that is a dangerous technology that has come out, where you can actually make people talk about whatever you want them to talk. You can fake their videos. Yes. Have you seen these Instagram reels where old wisdom folks actually speak things and they just repeat some quotes? Their entire body seems to be static, only their lips move, right? It's kind of like a lip sync, but in a it looks very real, right? Those are the kind of applications that are going to be building the future. For example, facial recognition for cows. Now you would think, why would someone do facial recognition for cows, right? But can you observe simplistic details like the smile on a cow's face, right? Their color of their tongue, right? The shape of their tongue, the cornea thickness in their eyes, all of those interesting aspects can act as facial recognition. And then you can see how does the food or the crops given to these cows actually affects their health, their overall milk production. If you can datafy everything about this process, you could actually impact a milk business in a huge scale, because an entire milk business depends on the cows, right? If you can optimize the way cows function and their health and their milk production capacity, you will be in a great position, right? For example, music genre for classification of plants. There are a lot of plants that actually like a certain type of music. There are research papers written on this topic. A lot of farmers have actually started playing particular songs for particular crops because those songs are known to actually help the plant grow faster. Imagine the kind of use cases that are going to come up in the future where these kind of use cases are already present, right? This is the essence of why you should be learning AI, because in the coming 10 years, these use cases will be something like Microsoft Excel that everyone knows, everyone uses. But these use cases will be something that where business, where money, where exceptional success is going to be made, right? And a lot of these things are also unknown to us, right? You might have seen in movies where, you know, these secret agencies can get all kinds of data about anyone. They can do facial recognition, geolocation mapping, etc., etc. Do you think these technologies do not exist? They do, but they are not available for anyone else to know. They are very secretive, right? So trust in the process that we only know so much, and these are out because the people who've built this, they want these to be out. There are a lot of things that are not out in the market yet. Coming to machine learning innovation, we've all used Snapchat, right? We have seen Instagram filters. You've seen how basic computer vision machine learning techniques can actually fuel an entire business. Exactly my point. When you think about these digital avatars or memes or these facial expressions, converting any photo to a childish photo, converting any photo to an old age photo, do you think these applications are difficult? Not at all. They are very easily available today in the market, and you actually can build those applications in a classroom using your computer, using any kind of basic coding program or algorithm that's available for computer vision. There are, in fact, pre-made models, right? These are called pre-trained models. There are already models existing which you can just use for your purpose, which can fuel your company's or your business's revenue, right? From pixels to paintings, ML creates mind-blowing artistic masterpieces. We've all seen this in the internet, right? Possum innovations, ML helps you translate your pet's thoughts. Imagine the kind of explanation. ML meets fashion. Recently, companies like Nike, Myntra, they've launched their own personal AI stylist. What they do is they take pictures of you, convert you into a digital avatar, and based on your measurements, they can actually just fit any t-shirt to you, and you will be able to see how that t-shirt looks on you in a 3D style. Imagine the entire process of you ordering clothes online, trying their fit on, and then based on your likelihood or not liking that product, you have to return it, right? They have removed this entire process to save so much cost for their business, because they have to offer free return, right? And they incur a cost for sending you anything via the delivery channel. They've actually reduced that entire cost by just making a digital avatar of you, and you can try any kind of shoes, any kind of clothes, any kind of spectacles. Have you guys seen this company, the India's largest spectacle company, like Lenskart? Have you seen that in Lenskart, they actually scan your photo, like they scan your face and create a 3D avatar where you can try all kinds of specs on you and see how they look? Have you guys seen that? Those are actual AI applications. Go, if you have not, just check it out. This is something so interesting, right? Mind reading machines, ML decodes your deepest thoughts, right? Based on your behavior, based on your actions, based on the kind of texts you write, based on your Google search results, machine learning today can actually find out your deepest thoughts. Elon Musk has actually is almost there building something called as Neuralink, which can actually do so much more with your brain signals. It can actually find out your deepest memories, your thoughts, the things that you visualize in your brain. It can actually put those into video format. Imagine what's going to happen after 5-10 years. Elon Musk actually plans to create a database of your brain. So imagine, even if you die, there will be your brain, all your learnings into something, and that can be transferable. You can transfer information between brains. Imagine the power of that kind of AI and robotics applications, right? So what is artificial intelligence primarily? Right now, it is the biggest catalyst of transformation. Any industry, any domain, any business, any application, if you want to revolutionize that, if you want to transform it into something that generations have not seen in the past, we use AI from it. There are hotels and restaurants which have completely automated the process. There is a kitchen where the chefs are preparing the food platter. They give it to the robot actually goes ahead and puts the food in front of the table, of the exact table which has ordered that food. The ordering process has become online, right? Basically, if you are ordering some kind of food, what kind of drink goes best with that food? What kind of toppings would be better with a particular kind of pizza? Everything has been AI and datafied. And imagine the kind of use cases, right? For example, the removal of waiters from restaurants. Don't you think dealing with a waiter is not a big challenge for human beings, but still AI is replacing that job? There's a kind of a personal connect that you have with waiters, but companies and organizations are trying to create robots to replace waiters from every restaurant. Just think about it. Do we like it? No. But is it a possibility? Yes, it's definitely a possibility, right? So AI is the catalyst for for any kind of transformation. There's machine learning, where you understand and try to predict numbers or categories. There's natural language processing, where you understand speech and text. There is computer vision, where all kinds of visionary applications, for example, images, videos, are developed. And then there is robotics and manufacturing, where there's a component of hardware and software, right? Imagine energy industry, right? There are smart grids. For example, we started with solar panels. Now, these were static solar panels, right? Static solar panel means they will just be placed in a certain direction. Then, based on the rays of the sun, the solar panels started to move, which was in a constant frequency, a constant speed, between which the solar panel will rotate throughout the day to capture the maximum sunlight. Then we got further advanced. Now these solar panels are dynamically cleaned by robots, because there's a lot of dust in the environment. So these solar panels get covered with dust. So there are robots in the places of solar panels which do cleaning based on the amount of dust on the solar panel. So energy efficiency is increasing, right? Transportation, obviously, Tesla has been launched. You know, there's autonomous vehicles revolutionizing mobility. So that's also in place. Now, a classic question that you should always ask yourself is that, yes, AI is doing a lot. Yes, there are a lot of opportunities available in robotics, in AI, but AI is also a very vast field. It's not like you can learn AI in 5 months and then get an AI job. What does that even mean? So you need to first navigate the universe. What's available? What's the requirement? What are the possibilities? What are the potential? What are my likes and dislikes? Are they aligned with the field I'm choosing? Right? That is why you need to first understand the key difference between the three terms which are very popular in the industry right now: data science, machine learning, and AI. What is data science? It is the science of data. Whenever you are able to use data to make decisions, what you've just done is followed a path of data science. It could be extracting insights, looking at charts, understanding or doing statistical tests, hypothesis tests, finding out the right quality of data, cleaning data to make your business decision. Anything where data is involved to make a decision, it is data science, right? This data science is actually intersecting with AI. AI in general is a way to make human-like intelligence available to computers. Artificial computers, robots, these are artificial things. And intelligence. Intelligence is something that we've not been able to build in robots till now. Robots can do all kinds of mechanical tasks. They can follow orders. They can do tasks like laborious tasks. But what about intelligence? What about common sense? What about IQ? What about EQ? These are not possible right now. Till today, they have not been developed. And that is our only bet of not being replaced by robots, that robots cannot be intelligent. They cannot be equal to humans, but they're getting closer, right? So AI is a broad field where we are trying to create systems that can replicate human capability, human cognitive abilities, right? Within AI, there is robotics, there is reinforcement learning, there is understanding text, vision, etc. And a small subset of that is machine learning, where we are using computers and asking them to make decisions based on past data. Just imagine, what is explicit programming? A quick example of that would be, if you log into facebook.com right now and you put in your login ID and you put in your password, you will be able to log into Facebook. So what is that? That is explicit programming. The computer is actually matching your user ID and password combination with the user ID and password combination it has in the database. So there is an explicit program that is matching two things. And if it does get matched, then a particular decision is taken. If it does not match, another decision is taken, which is wrong password, right? This is called explicit programming. Based on a certain criteria, you take a certain decision. It is fixed. Machine learning tries to move from explicit programming to data-driven decision making, where based on the data, you choose a decision. You don't tell the computer, take this decision when this happens, because you cannot find all conditions. Imagine if I ask you to write on a piece of paper all the rules of driving. Okay, just imagine if I ask you to write all the rules of driving on a piece of paper. I can give you 500 pieces of paper. I can give you an entire diary. You will still not be able to cover every single condition that a driver faces while driving a car, right? A car in the front suddenly brakes. There is a car on the right. There is a car on the left. The speed limit of the road is something else. Your destination is X meters away. There is a passenger sitting who is injured, etc., etc. So many decisions. And based on so many conditions, you might take a completely different set of decisions, and you cannot explicitly write them on a piece of paper. That is why machine learning solves that problem by making your decisions more experience-based rather than programming or rule-based. Am I clear, everyone? Does anyone have any questions? Great. So the distinction between AI, machine learning, and data science is, if you want to understand insights, then you go for data science. When you are an analytical person, critical thinking ability, right? If you want to learn about automated learning from data and decision making, machine learning is your choice. And if you want to create an entire intelligent system that can be in a space and make decisions, then you choose AI. Yes, there is a lot of overlap. Yes, they are interconnected. Yes, a lot of their fundamentals are common. So you have a common starting point to start your career in any of the fields. There is a common starting point, which is what courses at Inside AIML are designed like: Python programming, statistics, applied mathematics, database management, writing basic machine learning code, right? These are all interconnected, but you always have to start from scratch. Then based on your learning, based on your understanding and your likes and dislikes, you choose the path you take. Let's take examples so that you get a better understanding of how AI is being used. Let's take applied AI in healthcare, right? Medical imaging. Accurate diagnosis with improved accuracy and efficiency. So what is the traditional manual method? You go to a doctor, you tell about your current circumstance or your situations where you feel that you are facing some kind of a problem. The doctor diagnoses you by asking a certain set of questions and then writes certain tests that you have to get done from the diagnostic center, and you have to submit these reports to the doctor. And then the doctor, upon looking at these reports, comes to a conclusion that this is the problem identified, and to solve this, these are the medicines you should take. Now imagine the number of loopholes that are there in this process. When you go to the doctor, maybe you don't explain a particular situation you are facing. Maybe you are not able to articulate a problem that you faced 2 or 3 days before. Maybe the doctor did not ask all the questions that were necessary or the right set of questions that were required to diagnose the disease. Maybe the test center did not capture the image properly. Maybe the doctor, after looking at 2 or 3 charts, missed one chart, but because he had to suggest you to get another chart and come back later, he tried to escape that. There was a bias in his judgment, and he simply gave you a very brief or a rough explanation of what should be done, whereas he knew the information was incomplete. Do you or do you not think that this entire problem could be solved by removing human bias from the system? Humans are made for creative thinking and critical understanding. If a computer can support the decision making of a doctor, then that doctor will be much more powerful than the doctor doing everything from scratch and raw, where there are chances of errors. Right? Electronic health records. If you go to hospitals in big cities, you'd always see nowadays, they don't write the prescription on paper. They actually give you the paper if you're interested, but immediately they'll send you an email with your health record. They will actually send you an email where your entire data is recorded electronically, right? So if you want to ever check, you don't have to look for those papers anymore. You have the numbers. And if you observe your numbers for the last 5 years, for the last 10 years, you can actually track your progress, which is again, finding insights into your data. You are the data set there. Drug discovery. Imagine mixing 15 chemical components to get a drug that has a particular kind of effect on the human body. Can we simulate this in reality? Can we create all types of drugs possible and try it out on all kinds of humans? No. But if you have historical records of 1,000 to 2,000 drug trials and drugs made, you can actually build a machine learning and AI model which can actually find out the next miracle drug to solve human problems. Because the machine learning and AI models underneath actually understand the pattern. And based on the pattern that they find out, they will be able to identify relationships and impact of input on an output. That's the interesting thing about AI. You don't have to actually do something. You can actually simulate that situation using a model. A similar kind of thing happens in manufacturing and supply chain, right? Predictive maintenance, demand forecasting, supply chain. Think about it. You are running a large supermarket store. What is your primary objective? Anyone? Tell me, what is your primary objective if you are running a large supermarket store? Suppose, let's say Reliance Digital, okay, or Reliance Fresh. You have been assigned by Mukesh Ambani to create a solution for his supermarket stores, what would be your primary concern? What are the KPIs that you would want to maximize? Tell me. Profit, that's still restricted, Bala. Just think about it. I mean, the cost of every input and the sale price, I mean, the cost at which it is acquired and the cost at which it is sold, those are still fixed for a large giant, right? What can you optimize? Delivery, yes, Gautam, that is correct. You can optimize delivery. Yes, the second one, availability of products. Distribution, yes, Preetham, that is absolutely correct. So your intention should be to manage your inventory well. See, Mukesh Ambani already has a distribution pipeline where he knows where the product is coming from and where the product is going to be placed in the market so it gets sold. Okay. But you are the manager of the supermarket store. What should you ensure? All the products that your customers are buying should be available for them to buy. Yes or no? Right? These products should be available. So supply should meet demand, number one. Then if you try to order 5 things 5 times, then you have to pay the delivery cost for your store 5 times. What if you can plan ahead and order 5 things at the same time? Will there be a reduction in the cost? Yes or no? If you order 1 truck of materials, right? Or if you order 5 small trucks of materials, you will be spending much more in the 5 small trucks. 1 large truck supply will not be that costly. Is that understood? Right? It is the entire reason why we don't, when we go out on a family trip, a big family trip, we take a bus than a car, right? Every individual car will cost more than what, the bus will cost. Let's say the bus will cost 150% times of what an individual car will cost, considering the size and number of people, right? Maybe the numbers are here and there, but that's the entire reason. You want to optimize your distribution channel so that products are available when people want to buy them, right? Then every store has to maintain their cash balance. You cannot go negative. There could not be a time where you want to order products, but you don't have any cash flow. You don't have any money, right? A lot of these companies actually fail because their credit period is very faulty. They will get the payment of, let's say, 1 lakh rupees, but they will get that after a month. So for an entire month, they cannot order products, right? So you have to maintain your inventory. You have to balance supply and demand. You have to also maintain the positioning of products in your store, right? You cannot have milk on one side of the store and bread on the absolute opposite end of the store. Why? Because these are 2 products that people look for side by side, right? So combination of products, flow of the products, how does the consumer go from one end to the other end? And then they should be, I would say, tempted to buy more and more products. All of these parts play a role in AI, right? For finance, there's fraud detection, there's robo-advisors, there's risk management. There's actually hidden AI bots that are trading the stock market, the Indian market, the international market, the Bitcoin market. Why do you see trends being followed so well in the US? Because in the US, 95% of trading happens by computers and bots, by AI. And AI has actually led to huge profits for a lot of people. In India, most of the trading is done by humans sitting on a desk. That is why it does not follow mathematical patterns so well, which is why we still don't have a lot of bots trading. We have like 10 or 20% of the Indian market being traded by bots. Most of the others are still being traded by humans, right? But do you think that transformation is way off far in the future? No. Imagine the next 2 to 3 years where more and more programmers, more and more AI, data science, machine learning guys come into the sector and build their own robots and AI agents that will trade the market and make profit for them while they sit down and chill, taking a holiday in Goa. That's the kind of potential AI can have on finance. Now, if you look at the charts on the right, I don't even have to justify the kind of opportunities that are available. You just Google data science opportunities and you will see charts that are only going upwards for the last 10 years, right? But I want to distinguish and help you understand the kind of opportunities that are available. See, everyone understands the difference between a white collar job and a blue collar job. A white collar job are the professionals, the ones that are building high quality products, the ones that own major share of the profit. Just imagine a software developer in the US builds a product like Uber, and a lot of Indians use that product. Who are the drivers? These are Indian drivers. Who are the small scale software engineers who've been hired by Uber? These might be Indian guys. But who is making the most amount of money? It's the software developer, the engineer who built Uber from scratch. That is why we as Indians should actually transition towards white collar jobs where we are builders, we are creators, not outsourced by US agencies to work like labor class of 10, 20 years before. Remember, right? In 1980s and 1970s, there were foreign companies that were using India for what? Labor. Then the same thing happened in the IT industry. We were being used for all the kind of call center jobs, right? We were being outsourced. We are outsourced employees. But today, the trends are changing. Indians have global opportunities because of remote job opportunities available, right? You can be sitting anywhere in India, you can be making US salaries. And imagine doing that as a data scientist. An average data scientist salary in the US is about $100,000. $100,000 is easily in the ballpark of 70 to 80 lakhs. And if you can do that sitting right from your home, imagine the kind of disruption you've had for your family. Your generation is going to improve, right? That's why it's called generational wealth, because what you earn is going to be beneficial for the wealth of your entire family. That kind of money is possible to be made today without leaving the comfort of your home. Right? So there's global opportunities, there's competitive salaries, there's benefits that Indians don't even know about, don't even imagine. For example, there is leave without pay, there is leave with pay, right? You've taken a leave and you are being paid for that day. A lot of Indians, after their holidays of 10 or 20 days get exhausted, they are no longer paid for the holidays that they take. But these kind of opportunities are available abroad and you can be qualified for them. Right? So you can look for all kinds of opportunities that are going to shape your future. There's exciting roles starting from data engineer, ML ops professional, cloud ML expert, computer vision engineer, natural language processing engineer. There's specific roles like LLM engineer. If you want to be someone who wants to build the next updated version of ChatGPT, or a very specific focused ChatGPT on the manufacturing sector, on the finance sector, you could become an LLM engineer. And those kind of things are available. Aerospace and defense data science. Just imagine the kind of effect you'll be creating. You can be a part of the Indian defense team and you could be building products that helps the Indian army tackle their challenges better. Those are the kind of opportunities available in the market for you. Rapid growth, super sought after roles like research roles, right? These are roles that pay way more than what you would get as a software engineer. You could be joining TCS today at a salary of 4 lakhs per annum, but do you think that's going to give you a great life? No. But once you build, or once you are a part of the team that has built something like ChatGPT, imagine your entire future. I'll give you a very good example. There was a paper, a technology that was launched by 8 engineers. It is called the attention transformer. If you want to Google it, attention transformer was a paper that was written by 8 people. The actual heading of the paper was called "Attention is all you need." That attention mechanism is actually the core part of technologies like ChatGPT. Imagine what the 8 research paper writers are doing today. They are each owning their own startup worth more than $200 million. $200 million each. Because they were a part of that elite team who built something revolutionary, they are all have made their own startups, raised funding because of the credentials they had, And now they are running their own startups, which are $1 million, $1 billion startups. That's the kind of potential you can have in the next 5 years. Even if you work a 50 lakhs job for 10 years, 20 years, you'll not be able to make the money that these guys have made in less than 2 to 3 years, right? That's the kind of potential, guys. I don't want to oversell it because I'm already in. I have experienced personally the growth that I have received in the last 3 years being a practitioner of applied AI. But it's something that I'm super excited about. And there's a lot of opportunity, not like you taking the opportunity or you getting into the field will reduce my potential of growth. There's so much that I have to say, unfortunately, that there is employment, there is not employability, right? So empowering your success, making your journey worth it, you have to always understand that there is essential need of continuous learning. You cannot stop. You need specialized programs and certifications. You need mentors who are doing this for a living. You cannot depend on people that have done or written some book 20 years before. This is the problem with the Indian education system. The teachers who teach business administration have never run a business. The teachers who are teaching software development have never created a software. That's the kind of gap that we are trying to fill at InsideAIML. You will not be taught concepts that are theoretical. You will not be taught by people who have left this entire thing 20 years before. There are people who work from Monday to Friday and teach you on Saturday to Sunday. These are guys who are solving problems daily. And that's the kind of company you should be in, right? So struggling to choose which organization to join, that's the kind of struggle you should have. Struggling to meet your living expenses, that's something none of you should have. So it's completely your choice. Find the right mentorship, find the best peers who will challenge you, who will compete with you to the best of the jobs. Either you will push yourself or others are going to push you out. I leave you with a small note. We always say at InsideAIML that we are trying to make sure our students are relevant so that they reinvent themselves rather than being replaced by AI. Thank you everyone for spending your time for today's webinar. And I'll give the platform to Saurabh now. He'll take you through the entire portal, the LMS portal, and help you find the right fit. Thanks everyone. Saurabh.
Yeah, hi Pranjal. Thanks for taking under once again a wonderful session on the data science and the future of the data science and where exactly it is getting used. So as you said that there are the multiple domains, not only the IT and the computer domain, but mechanical and electronics and the telecommunication, all domains are using the data science, machine learning and AI to automate lots of things in all the different sectors. So thank you for all your efforts for this session. So good evening, everyone. This is Saurabh again. Pranjal, could you just make me the host? Okay, thanks. So I will give the brief idea about the program, what we run, what exactly the InsideAIML, what exactly the partnerships we have. So basically InsideAIML is not any institute where we provide any type of training in the data science or machine learning or just in AI. So it's an corporate company where we have the types with the different IT companies. People who are enrolling with InsideAIML get chance to work on the live projects of the Astralus. So Astralus is one of the prominent client we have, or we can say the partnership we have. In that, whatever the people who are enrolling with InsideAIML, they work on the live client project of the Astralus. So this is the very important point that when you go for any company for any type of interviews or any job, at that time, the first question comes from the company is that, tell me what is the experience you have. So here we provide that experience. So this platform is not only for the people who are looking to just learn few things, it is for the career transformation. So InsideAIML is a dedicated for the career transformation program where you will transform your career from any of the field wherever you're working, either you are in non-technical field, in the technical field, in whichever domain, you can transform your career to the field of data science, machine learning and AI. Okay. So one of the program, what we have is the Masters in Artificial Intelligence Job Guarantee Program. So this program means we already have the tie-up with the IBM. So guys, miss, maybe you have the question that means what this IBM type and what type of miss partnership it is. So we are the silver business partner with IBM. So it's not just like miss any certification partnership or something like that. You will just get the certificate from the IBM or something. So this partnership is not only for the certifications. This is the partnership where you will learn from the IBM. The IBM has the variety of the content. You know that miss, it's IBM is not any like a small company. It's a very miss a big MNC where it's spread across the globe. So people who has working in the IBM or the thousands of different data sets, thousands of different clients, they know what is the data, which type of data sets are there, which type of data analytics problems are there, data science problems are there. They have their own research lab. They're working for the different AI projects. So under that analysis, they created their own content. So that content you will get to access. You will learn from that content. You will get in-depth analysis of the data science and data analytics and data engineering and machine learning parts, TensorFlows and Keras like technologies. So you will learn up-to-date technologies from the IBM part as well. So you will get that access to the IBM Syllabus portal as well. Okay. So under this whole program, we have the partnership with the AskTellus for the live projects. So we'll work on the live AI projects with the AskTellus. So you will get the different projects. Suppose if I will give the one example, the October batch was working on one project where they are whatever the queries they are getting from the it was for one client in the banking sector. Whatever the queries they are getting from the different customers, like it may be query for the support or it may be the query for the what we can say the inquiry. Okay, means it is the lead for them. So they want to distinguish that what type of query it is. So if someone pings that my customer miss my credit card got blocked, so in that case the query is for the support, right? Customer support. Now, if someone ping that miss what is the interest or what is the EMIs or on the personal loan or the all these things, what is the interest on the personal loan, that is the lead or inquiry for them. So they want to distinguish that category of the text. So for that, these people are working. One of them is a client of them is similar to we can say the IDFC bank. So that client's project they are working on. Okay. So under this project, we means this types of projects you will get to work on. So Astellas has the different clients in different sectors. So that partnership will help you to give the practical work experience. So when you go for any interviews, you will not go as a fresher. You will go with an experienced candidate. Okay. So you will show that you have the practical work experience in as an internship and you have work on the different AI projects. Second thing, we have the NASCOM member. So under the NASCOM member, we will get what are the certificates from the us that will be the NASCOM certified. So you will get with the NASCOM logo. Okay. So NASCOM is the government authorized body. So it's approved by the government, means our platform, our content, everything is authorized by government. Okay, government of India. We are partnered with the Google for education and the Microsoft for the certifications. Okay. So under this program, the Masters in Artificial Intelligence program, there are the total 8+ different courses are there, like Python, Django, mini mega projects of Python, statistics, machine learning projects, data science, deep learning, Power BI, Tableau, OpenCV. So under the Python, this, as I said that we are providing the experience. So when you will pass out from this program, at the end, you will be so much powerful that you have worked on the all this content, Python, machine learning, data science, deep learning, Power BI, everything. You have work on the different client projects where you know that what are the tools you will require to use there, like Jupyter Notebook, or it can be the VS Code, it can be the PyCharm, how to use that code, how to use that tools, how to do the coding there, what are the structures of the projects you have to build there, like there are the different text files are there, Docker files are there, then the config files are there, the different .py files are there. So you will understand that which files you have to import, where to import, how to install the requirements, how to create the Docker container, how to build that, how to deploy that. So you will understand all the theoretical and practical concepts on the practical ground. Means you will do that practically with our mentors, with our corporate customers, corporate employees who are working on the live projects. Okay. So at the end of this whole program, you will be the hardcore developer, you can say, or you will be the hardcore programmer, where you can do all things which is required by any industry for any type of live project. So at that time, you will understand that if any customer or any client tell you that, or any manager in your company ask you to do any program or ask you to do any POC, you will have the crystal clear idea that what are the datasets I have to use, what algorithm I have to choose, which model I have to go for, what deployment strategy will be there, which type of data set I have to collect from the which sources. So all understandings, all details you will have at that time. You will not be blank. Okay, you will have each and everything in depth understandings. So that experience you will get here. So if you see the Python heart of AI, so if you see the syllabus wise, from the very basics, that what are the different IDs are there, what are the different tools are there, data operators, dictionaries, tuples, sets, list and libraries, strings, if else conditions, loops, while loops, Python import export operations, Python Selenium. So beautiful soup. So if you want to read the content of this website, how you will do that one? So by using the beautiful soup, you can do that one. Introduction database like MySQL or the Oracle. So that will get covered. Means MySQL we covers here how to do the different operations, like how to read the content, how to insert the data, how to create the tables, how to add the rows, delete the data, all operations will understand. Exception handling, pandas, numpy, very important for the machine learning and the data science part. So that you will learn here. Then we have like visualization techniques, regular expressions, data pre-processing, continuous operations. So all these things you will learn. Then we go for the Django. So Django is one type of web framework. Either you can deploy your application through the Flask, or you can deploy it through the Django. Django we have covered in the 35 plus hours of flexi content will be there. It will not be the live classes. It is totally different web framework. So you will require at the end of your whole career at some time to deploy your application. So either you can deploy it through Flask also. Lots of time you will see that companies are deploying through the Flask. Some companies are going with the Django. So if you want to read that for any specific company, you can go and do it through the Django. Then mini mega projects of the Python. Under that means different projects are there. So if you see the project section, here we have the live projects, mega projects, mini projects. If you open these projects, you will understand that different project sections we have covered. Like material and chemical property modeling. So this is the Ultratech Cements project. So that is that type of live projects access you will get, which in partnership with the Astellas. So we have the different projects are there. You can the surveillance and the monitoring for autonomous systems at Tesla. So that level of projects will get. You will see the mega projects, mini projects, and different client projects will be there. Okay. So under this statistics for machine learning, you will understand from very basic like intro statistics, descriptive statistics, data type, population sample, central tendency, measure of distribution, Z-score, min-max scaling, covariance, correlation, multicolority, ANOVA techniques, curtices, normal distribution, Poisson distribution, all topics which is required to make your career in the statistics for machine learning or data science will get covered here. Then we have the machine learning. Under the machine learning, there are the different algorithms are there. Plenty number of algorithms are there. So we'll understand each and every algorithm, which algorithm to choose, which algorithm to use in which scenario. So like linear regression, logistic regression, classification, KNN, Navier algorithm, decision tree, random forest, support vector machine, ensemble learning. Because if you have the n number of algorithms, which algorithm to choose, which to ignore, that you will learn here. Random forest, regulation, clustering algorithms, dimensionality reduction. If you have the hundreds of features in your table, which feature you have to select, which feature you have to ignore, that you will understand the recommender system, cost function. Then we'll understand that how to create the Docker container, how to build the Docker container, how to deploy it to the Azure. Till that deployment, you will understand these things here. Then we have the mini mega projects like employee attrition detection, Boston Hospital prediction, classification of COVID X-rays, sentiment analysis, stock price predictions, self forecasting. So as I said that there are the one client project, 9 mega projects, 23 mini projects, and 40 plus assignments are there after the sessions. 43 plus quiz will be there. Altogether, you will get so much sufficient material which will transform your whole career. After the 8 months, you will realize that you're not the same person where you have started. You have learned lots of things. You can do lots of new developments. You can do lots of new initiatives. You can take lots of new initiatives and complete by yourself. Okay. Then you will understand the end-to-end data science. Guys, if you have the questions, please put the question in the chat message. I will take one by one all questions. Feature encoding, explore data analytics, scaling, smoothing techniques, performance metrics, time series, visualization, dimension reduction, Spacey word embedding. This is a part of the natural language processing. NLP has lots of demand in the market. You can make your career specifically in NLP also, right? So under the NLP, you will understand this. When you talk to Alexa, hi Alexa, sing a song. So when we give the instruction to the Alexa, how she understand that what you said? So they decode your text in the different elements. So what are the different entities are there? What is the adjective? What is the noun? What is the verb? What is the pronoun? What is the dependencies between the adjective and noun? All these things they can extract from the your sentence. And after that, they understand, they use that data to take the decision that what you said there, right? So there are the n number of examples of this usage of the spaces. Even if you want to do like finding the who is the person you are talking about in your text, who is the author of the you are talking about, to whom you are talking. So all these extractions you can do. Means if you want to work for any client, like we was working for one client, in that it was the like support center, means one call center, we can say. In the call center they was getting the lots of calling data, okay, and they want to extract the information that what our agent is talking and what client is talking, okay, what is the communication of our agent and what is communication of the client. So they want to do the sentiment analysis and multiple different extractions, that means whatever the communication is happening, is it positive or not, first of all. Second thing, whatever the information the company has to deliver, are that agent is delivering that things or not. So to do that all is extraction of the data, they use the spacing. Means we are working on that project, so we use the spacing and NLTK to extract all the information from the text and find out that what exactly we are talking about, what exactly the entities are there, what exactly the adjectives, verbs, and all these things. Who is talking, means where the person is starting, A is starting, person B is starting. So all communication was divided between the client and the agent. And after that, we was finding out the sentiment of analysis also. Plus, what is the tone of that person? Is it the happy? It is the he's like nervous or the dissatisfied. Whatever the tone is, that we ought to extract. Also, whatever the points the company has to deliver, that means about the product, all these things, are they getting delivered or not? So all this analysis was getting done. So these types of project, you will use the spatial, like very important, means very powerful technology it is. Then we have like boosting technologies, projects like spam detection, FIPA, resume, Titanic case studies, best concept prediction. Interview part is very important. When we go for the interviews, at that time, how to take the interviewer on your pitch instead of playing on his pitch. So guys, I will tell you that it's not only about the interview preparation. We conduct the total brand building sessions after your completion of the programs. We conduct the separate session for the how to build your resumes, how to build your brand on the LinkedIn profiles, how to create proper GitHub profiles to showcase it to the with your projects and your work to the clients, to how to crack the interviews. Because when you go for the interviews, there will be the hundreds of people, or already few people has given the interviews. How you will crack your interviews? First of all, when our mentors are analyzing your resumes, so there is the mock calls happens after each and every modules like Python, data science, deep learning. We conduct the 3 to 4 mock calls. Okay, each mock call we conduct with perspective that we are taking the real interview. It's not like just for the formalities we are conducting the interviews. We take all these things very seriously. We check each and every progress. That means, is your resume really to that level where we can miss it will get selected, or it will get passed from the scrutiny of any HR. If it is up to that level, then only your resume will get shortlisted for the mock call. Otherwise, your resume will get rejected. You have to work on your resumes. We'll give the instructions. You will update. Then we'll take that resumes ahead. Otherwise, your resumes will get rejected. So that process will be there. After that, there is a separate process that there will be like there will be one specific assignments will be given before the live call interviews. You will crack that assignment. Will you give the instructions? After that, your interview will happen. If you are cracking our interviews, you will easily crack the client's interviews. If you go for any company's interviews, your chances of cracking that interviews increases a lot. Because of that, we are talking about the job guarantee. Okay, so here we provide the experience. You will have the core development experience. You will have the core analytics experience, data science experience, machine learning experience. On the basis of that experience, will make you sure that you are cracking the proper interviews. So it will be very easy for you to crack any customers interviews. Then if you go to the deep learning is very important. People who are working the deep learning, the average package goes between the 25 lakhs, 30 lakhs, 35 lakhs. That is the range of the packages for the deep learning people. It's one of the top in demand technology right now in the market. So it is part of the data science only, advanced part of the data science. So maybe you will not see on the Google like specifically mentioned deep learning, because it is part of the data science. But this is a tough thing in the deep learning. But if you understand this, how exactly this works, it's very interesting. If you understand that how this neural network works, the way our brain functions, the same way neural network functions in the computers. When you will understand this, you will get to know that it's very simple, the functionality or the logic behind this deep learning. Okay, if you understand the neural network, you can understand whole deep learning. Okay, so deep learning is equal to neural network. So you will understand what is the gradient descent, backpropagation, activation functions, normalizations, optimizers, loss functions, CNN, RNN, predictive, predefined models, recurrent neural network. So RNN is for the text processing, CNN for the image processing, LSTM, GRU, BERT, these are for the text processing. If you know the Google BERT algorithm, so it is somewhere similar to the Google BERT, the BERT model what we cover in our live classes. So if you understand the Google BERT, you can understand that how exactly the Google BERT has miscreated. Okay, it is a pre-trained models, we can say, one type of pre-trained models, generative adaptive neural network. Then we have the Power BI Tableau. So this Power BI Tableau, we have the 50 plus hours of recorded content, plus we conduct some sessions of the Power BI in the live classes to give the understandings of the how exactly this Power BI works. So it is something like required for the visualization point of view. So initially will not require this Power BI Tableau, but once you have like 1 year, 2 year of experience, you want to showcase your model to any client or at that time, you may require that. Okay. Then OpenCV is for the image processing. So these are the different tools we get covered. These are some of the top companies. We have the 250 plus different companies types. So these are the different profiles you can see here. So this is the overall about the program. So under this program, we have covered, as I said, that you will get the experience certificate from the Asters, where you have work on the actual client projects. You will get the InsideAIML certificate, grade-based certificate, and you will get the IBM certificate as well. Okay. So the program fee for this one is 1,10,000. And this is the last batch we are conducting with this program fee. The upcoming batch, we are going to change the program fee. It will be the 1,45,000. So this is the last day today we have, and only last few seats are remaining in this batch. Only last 3 seats are remaining. After that, the same program will be at 1,45,000 because we have added lots of features, lots of new content to the batches. We have changed over a whole LMS. So that if you see the current LMS, this is in this way. You are getting this LMS plus one new LMS will be there. So you will get the access to the new LMS as well. Under that LMS, you will get the proper dashboard also that to get lots of more features. So that LMS is going to be live on this coming Monday. Okay. So these types of flexi content will be there. This flexi content access you will have for the lifetime. You can go through this content. You can learn from that as well. You have the discussion forum. You can put your questions. Research sections are there. You can download all your ebooks, material, data sets, whatever the code we covered, all these things you can download from there. Then we go for the live class recordings. Live class recordings is very much important point, where after the 6 months, 7 months, 1 year, when you will go back and you want to learn something, at that time you will have the recordings of these live classes. Okay. So you can see that this types of separate VS Code sessions we conduct. How to use the VS Code, how to use the this IDE. So 2 hours of separate sessions we conduct for this VS Code. Okay. So you can check that this type of VS Code sessions will be there. Also the placement calls, you can see the placement call recordings will be there, how this interviews happens and all these things, how to prepare for the interviews, that things are there, all live projects are there, what are the sessions you have conducted, that will be there. All material, whatever you have gone through, that will be accessible with you for the lifetime. Now you can check the your progress also, that how much progress you've done. Suppose the Python Heart of AI, you can see the week-wise progress there. Quizzes are there, different quiz will be there. So after each and every session, suppose at 8:30 you complete your sessions. After that, there will be one live quiz session will be there. Under that quiz sessions, you have to complete, like suppose 6 to 9 session is there. 8:50 you will go with one quiz. You will understand that how many things you understand, where you are lagging, where we have to do the improvements, all these things that access you will get. Okay. So these types of sections with the live projects and all the access you will get for the lifetime. Right. So guys, please put your questions. I will cover all the questions one by one. I have lots of questions came here. Let me take some of the questions. So this types of Power BI dashboards also will learn that how to create the different dashboards, how to do that representation of the UI. So that things you will learn. It's very much interesting things in the Power BI, that how to create the dashboards. So you can see that these types of dashboard will end. At the end, you will create these types of dashboards in the Power BI. And it will be for the real client with the real data for Adidas, right? So let me take few of the questions. Vinod is asking that what is the salary I can expect? Yeah, Vinod, so salary depends on the multiple factors. One is that means if you are fresher, you can expect between the 3 lakhs to 6 lakhs as per miss our standards, what we have. But it depends on your skill sets. We do not promise anyone's salary. No one can promise you the salary. If anyone is promising you the salary, they are cheating with you. Till now, Oxford University, till the IIT colleges, till the IIM colleges, till the local miss any university or anyone has miss, no one has promised the salary that come to our college will give the 30% or 50% salary hike. It never happens. It depends on your skill sets. So I suggest that don't run behind the salaries, run behind the knowledge and skill sets. Salaries will run behind you. There are the plenty number of offers are there. Companies are looking for the skilled resources. Each and every company has the openings for the data science, machine learning engineer, AI engineer, and in future that openings are going to be the 100 times than what is right now. So it's very much required that focus on your skill sets. You can get miss 15 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 25 lakhs, 30 lakhs, best package in the market. You should have that skill sets. Okay. Can you please mute yeah, Pritam, you can connect, right? Can you share the PDF? Yeah, we'll get that miss on the email. Jack, Bala, will we get the scholarship? We have the discount only for today. That is a 10% discount we are providing. So people who are going to enroll for today, that we are providing the 10% of the discount on this program, Masters in Artificial Intelligence Job Guarantee Program. You can enroll for this program at 1 lakh cost. So if you convert that to the no cost EMIs, we have the finance partner like Advance and Credence. Or if you have the credit card, you can go for the like 15 months or 12 months of no cost EMIs. So it will cost you somewhere 7,000 to 8,000 rupees per month, right? So if you invest the 7,000 to 8,000 rupees per month, you will see that after 6 months or 8 months, your salary range will be in the one of few of the top miss colleagues what they are getting the salaries like 15 lakhs, 18 lakhs, 20 lakhs. Miss depends on your skill sets, but that much return on investment you will get. So it does not matter that means how much you have invested. Even if you're investing like 1 lakh or 2 lakh also, it's less for the getting that much returns. Okay. How do complete beginners to take field perform in your course? See, these programs are designed for the people who are coming from the non-technical background, people who are coming from the different backgrounds, who are coming from the electronics, IT, sorry, no, miss mechanical or MBA, HR, even IT people who are doing the job in the different technologies like C# or any other development. These programs are designed for them. So considering from the very basics of the programming till the advanced things of the machine learning data science we have covered there. So when you will start the program, I will start what is the programming, what are the different types of programming are there, what is the syntax, what is the compiler, what is the interpreter, how the program executes. So from that level till the deployment of your application to the Azure will get covered. Yeah, so Venkate Gaurav, the cost for the data science program is like 75K, but for the masters in AI, we will learn the deep learning, which is a very crucial part for getting the best salaries. And this same program you will get in 1 lakh 45,000 rupees with the upcoming new batch. How will complete? I think I covered this question. What is the placement percentage? Every person means we have the 100% placement ratio till now. It depends on the how much efforts you are putting also. Means sometimes what happens that means if you are not going to put any efforts and you will expect that means someone will come and get placed. So that thing will not happen. So you have to put your efforts also, right? I have 14 years of experience telecom with the 25 LPA. Is there any scope for the transformation? Kapil, there are the means this field of the data science is not for the freshers or not for the 2-3 years of experience guys. It is for the everyone. Means when you are working with as a 14 years of experience candidate, you have the different skill sets, you have the different domain knowledge. With that domain knowledge, when you will insert to the field of data science, or when you will learn the technologies of the data science machine learning, the way you can look towards that, the way you will get the opportunities, which will be different as compared to any fresher. So you will get to work on that level of work, means that level of challenges you will get to work on. Means as a data scientist, as a machine learning engineer, you will get the different problem statements as compared to any freshers. So your level will be different, your domain knowledge will be different. Considering that domain knowledge, you will get the total different things to work on, and that thing has the one of the top demand in the market. People who are ready to upgrade and who are ready to learn new things, they have the best opportunities in the market as compared to just continuing on the same thing what we learned in the last couple of years, right? So guys, miss if you know that miss in the United Kingdom, UK, in the 1980s, the horse business was the main business. Miss people who was riding the horse to do the transportation of the goods from one location to another location, that was totally state business. Miss no one was able to miss get that much benefits in the business. So that was one of the top business in the UK in the early 90s. But what happens now is when that motors come in the market, within a span of the 5 years, all these business got collapsed, and everywhere they start to see the different motors are driving the material from one goods from one location to another location. And miss no one was thought that miss within 5 years they will collapse their whole business. Same things happening right now. If you imagine that miss the level of AI has came, the chat GPT, Google Bart, and all these algorithms are coming, the things they will change in upcoming years, it will be create the tremendous impact on all the domains. It will change the way people are working. If you are not ready to upgrade, someone else will replace you. It's time change in the time. We have to update, miss not our platform, you can update from anywhere, but it's very important. You are learning new things, you are upgrading yourself, learn best of the best technologies and work on them, right? Minimum salary for freshers, as I covered that, Ajay, it start from the miss 3 lakhs, 2.5 lakhs, 3 lakhs onwards, but it depends on your skill sets. If miss some people has got like miss even above 8 lakhs also. Gautam, 35 lakhs, 35 lakhs, it requires that we should have the more knowledge on the miss multiple things, like from the Python, data science, deep learning. You should have the backend knowledge, deployment, SQL, everything. So all the knowledge you have the good experience, you have work on this project. So if you already have some experience in technologies plus, or if you already miss, if you have the 2 years of experience, you can expect that level of package range. 40 lakhs, 35, 70 lakhs, even miss 37, 38. These are the normal packages nowadays. So the 1st of the July is the start date. Yeah. Okay. So this is the last batch we have for this package, means this price range. After that, the upcoming batches will be there with the total 1,45,000. There will not be any discount because we are putting lots of efforts from the placements part as well, for the HR part as well, from the training content part, taking the extra sessions and all the things, right? So guys, anyone has, please put the questions. So otherwise we'll make the session as closed. What is skill set to get the 10 to 12 lakhs salary? So Gautam, miss to get the 10 to 12 lakhs, miss definitely it depends company to company what is the requirement they have. So there is no any miss some criteria that means for this range, like it generally required that means you have like 1 year of experience or 1.5 years of experience, you can get that 10 to 12 lakhs package. Okay, so all the packages and all these things are depend on your skill sets. I mean, even as a fresher also, we have the people who has the about 10 lakhs package who are working for the data science and machine learning with this one miss near about 1 year of experience, and they have the 10 lakhs package. It depends on their skill sets, right? So don't run behind the package. Miss you will get the best of the best package. It depends on your skill sets. If you have the skills, package will run behind you. Okay, so thanks everyone. Thanks for joining. It's near about 1 hour, 20 minutes. We are connected, and I hope you learned few new things today about the data science, machine learning, what are the opportunities are there, what are the future is there. So a number of changes are happening in the different industries. Maybe you know or you don't know, miss, what is happening in your organization background in backend. So definitely, miss, you should learn, upskill yourself, and come to the new level of the knowledge of the technologies and all. So best of luck for the future.